Well, new tonight, we're looking into a case out of Reynoldsburg where the wrong woman spent a night in jail for a crime she was charged with by mistake. 10 TV's Carla Rogner sits down with city officials to find out how this happened.
This all started with this police report filed back in July for a man who said his daughter's mother was making threats against him. But when the officer went to enter the suspect's information, she pulled up a woman with the same name who had nothing to do with this crime. When that woman learned she had a warrant out for her arrest, she turned herself in. Then, after spending a night in jail, a judge confirmed the charges were filed for the wrong person. We came to speak to the city attorney here in Reynoldsburg to learn how this mistake could have happened. In the report taken from a Reynoldsburg neighborhood, the officer writes the woman sent 13 texts threatening her child's father. The officer says she verified the messages and the number they came from. But the woman police charged with harassment doesn't have any children or even know the victim listed on the report.
And the information just got inputted incorrectly.
And what should the officer have done to confirm that the suspect she was listing was in fact the suspect?
Well, you need to make sure that you're checking with the information that you received from the person who made the report.
Reynoldsburg City Attorney Chris Shook says the officer realized her error 3 days after filing the report and went downtown to fix the mistake at the courthouse.
We believed, the officer and myself, confidently that the charge was being dismissed, and it wasn't dismissed.
Shook says he learned the changes to the charge never went through after the wrong woman was released from jail last week.
I just want to say that I feel for her. This should not have happened.
And what are you guys doing in Reynoldsburg to prevent this from ever happening again?
And we've already met with our chief of police. We are placing significant emphasis on our responsibilities, as the government. When we file something against a person, especially if it's going to be a warrant, we need to be very careful and make sure that we have the correct person.
The city's mayor says he too is taking this seriously.
So working with the chief of police, working with the attorney's office to make sure that we have some other safeguards in check.
Reynoldsburg police have now filed a warrant for the woman these charges were meant for. We did speak to the woman who was wrongfully charged off camera. The Reynoldsburg city attorney says he's willing to work with her to try and make things right. Reporting in Reynoldsburg, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.